and welcome to Teen View, a show for teens by teens. I'm your host, Taylor Mavrakos, and here joining me today we have Nicholas Kaufman, Jordan Mavrakos, and Diana Gorman. We've got a great show in store for you all today, so stay with us. This is Teen View. We're back with Teen View. Okay, so I saw in the headlines on MSNBC that there was a woman in Montana who was just minding her own business, frolicking around Montana, I suppose, and all of a sudden she saw a bear, which apparently happens a lot in Montana, but she only had in her hand a zucchini. You would think she was defenseless, but you would be wrong because it was a 6-pound zucchini, and she threw this thing at the bear's head, and it hit the bear's head, and it went away. So I don't want to hear any more excuses from people that they were defenseless, because if you can use a zucchini, you can use anything. Also in the news today, there was a new study done at Yale University on babies, which seems to suggest that babies are born with a moral background, I suppose, moral schema in their heads. And what it is they had these 1-year-olds, and they did a little puppet show where the 1-year-old would have, there'd be a puppet in the middle, and then there'd be 2 puppets on the sides. So the middle puppet would pass to the one good puppet, who would just take the ball and be like, thank you. And then it would pass it to the evil puppet, and the evil puppet would just be like, it would take the ball and run away. So then, right after the experiment, they would have, or after the little puppet show, they would go up to these little kids, and they would put the good puppet and the evil puppet next to each other, and the kids would always give the treat to the good puppet. So I thought that was kind of cool. It goes back to the experiments of old psychologists like Piaget and Kohlberg, and it suggests that kids are born, in fact, with a natural instinct to know what's morally sound and what's not. So there's another interesting part of the study that suggests that the babies are born with it, but why don't they demonstrate it? It's because, in fact, babies are more into learning for their first couple years rather than acting on their morals. So the same kind of research has been correlated with AI studies where the artificial intelligence learns before it actually acts, which I thought was pretty cool. Also in the news, there is a man who was having surgery for a digestive problem, went to the doctor, had the surgery. He still feels really, really lousy. So they're trying to figure out, what happened with his CTs. They're using CT scans, all this stuff, and they can't figure out what's wrong with the guy, right? So 5 months later, they figure it out. There's a 12 by 12-inch sponge lodged inside of him from the surgery. Okay, now I thought that this was weird. I was like, come on, this never happens. But it turns out that about 1,500 people a year suffer from this same surgical issue, I suppose you could call it. But anyway, so meanwhile, this guy has a sponge lodged inside of him for 5 months. They have to take it out, but in the meanwhile, it was soaking up all of his bile, and he was literally like rotting from the inside, which is super gross, but whatever. So anyways, he got an undisclosed amount in his settlement, according to MSNBC.com, which good for you, man. And he was, but he still wants to talk about the case publicly. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out and get surgery. I'm just saying that really is lousy if you get a sponge lodged inside of you. So anyways, we are going to be back with Diana Gorman with some fashion, so let's go check it out. And we're back with the fabulous Diana Gorman, who's going to be doing our fashion segments on the show. Diana, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
So let's talk about the season. What's the season?
All right, well, we have a lot of cheetah print accessories, military chic, lace, camel-colored coats, a lot of fringe. It's a lot of, edgy stuff going on this season.
And it's fall fashion,
right?
Obviously. Okay, so what's your favorite look so far?
I actually love the lace look.
You love the lace look? Why?
I don't know. I think it's very girly and feminine, and that's what I'm all about.
Oh, nice. Fabulous. Well, we have some B-roll of you, actually. We went and shot at the mall.
Right.
So let's go check it out.
If you're young, with an eye for the newest fashions in a small wallet, places like Forever 21 are just what you're looking for. After all, the chain specializes in offering the latest looks for teens and 20-somethings at prices that allow them to splurge. Layered accessories. I love sequins, and this skirt is so cute. Onward, soldier. Go military chic this fall. This is a perfect trend to toughen up your favorite autumn standbys. Mix and match any old outfit with Army-inspired pieces like skinny cargos, broken-in boots, and other uncommon utilitarian extras for a look that will have everyone saluting. Over-the-knee boots make a bold statement as the it boot of the season, bringing high fashion to most any outfit. For a simple daytime look, pair a flat over-the-knee boot with a skinny jeans and a boyfriend button-down shirt. For a night out, try the over-the-knee boot with a wedge heel, paired with leggings and a dress. One of the easiest and most fashionable looks to keep you right on trend this season is to wear a little lace. This year's lace takes many forms as accents on shirts, blazers, accessories, and more. Make a dramatic statement in a black lace shirt, pair with straight leg denim, or for a simpler look, offer a shirt with lace detailing.
So a lot of great looks this season.
Definitely.
Fabulous. I love them. All right, so now we have some models that are actually going to be out here showing us the looks in person.
That's right.
Who do we have first?
All right, our first model, the look is inspired by one of the boldest fall trends, leopard print. The outfit is worked around these gorgeous Reva Tory Burch leopard print flats with the signature gold emblem. These shoes retail for about $225. Next, we're dressing up a pair of Hudson jeans for $135 with an American Apparel lace top, which sells for $38. The key to wearing bold patterns like leopard print is to make sure you stick with the basic color palette so you don't look like you're from the circus.
What do you think about having the shoes as a focal point in an outfit?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love the outfit. I think that's just like, again, like the palette is really simple, so the first thing you look at is the shoes, and I think it's amazing.
What about, like, would you have a cheetah purse with that, or is that something you would never do?
I would, if I was going to have a cheetah purse, I would not wear the cheetah shoes at the same time, like either one or the other, black shoes in the purse. Like, just like keep it simple.
It's like a fashion don't to have the shoes in the handbag.
I don't know if it's a fashion don't, but I wouldn't do it personally, and I just think that one or the other.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Cool. I love this shirt, too. That's really cute.
It is.
Great. Who's next?
The second look is worked around one of my personal favorites, military chic. It's edgy but super trendy. For this outfit, we paired a brown tank top with a military-inspired Juicy Couture jacket for $100. On the bottom, she's wearing a pair of jeans and brown Tory Burch pumps.
Okay, well, I was just wondering about these shoes. What's so great about these Tory Burch shoes?
Okay, well,
That's her name, right?
Tory Burch, yes, she's a designer, and I don't know, most girls are in love with her shoes because they're just like so simple, they're so trendy, and I don't know what's not to love about them.
So these would be the expensive outfits that you would buy,
Right.
and then the ones that we
We
have.
went to Forever 21 and we like picked out the alternatives because we did the military chic and we did the lace, and then we also did boots, but we didn't incorporate the boots in the outfits this time, but it's definitely one of the season's must-haves.
Could you wear boots with that outfit?
If you wanted to, but we didn't have any available to us, so.
What would be your #1 advice for fall fashion this year?
Keep it simple. Make sure you look good no matter what you're wearing. Work it. And no matter what your budget is, just make sure that you're in love with what you're wearing.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Diana.
You're
It's always
welcome.
a pleasure to talk with you.
You too.
And I love the outfits. We have to go shopping.
Definitely.
So then next up we have Nicholas Kaufman, who's going to be doing our Best of Tarpon Springs segment, which I am very excited about. So thank you, models. Thank you, Diana. It's great. Stay tuned. All right, so we're here today with Nicholas Kaufman. Nick, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about a little bit about your segment for everybody.
Well, I headed over to Tarpon Springs where I checked out some of the best places to shop and to eat, and it's a really cool place, so let's check it out. It's a beautiful Friday evening here in Tarpon Springs at the Sponge Docks, but that's not all this town has to offer. I'm Nick from TeamView, and this is Nick's Best of Tarpon Springs. In northern Pinellas County, you will find Tarpon Springs, a large Greek community that exemplifies everything it means to be Greek. Tarpon has a large array of restaurants and shops that really give the visitor a true feeling of authentic Greece, and serves as one of the main focal points for the Greek community throughout the U.S. Okay, as you can see, this is the map of Tarpon Springs. This is the Sponge Docks, and we're going to focus mainly on Dodecanese Boulevard, where most of the action goes on at Tarpon Springs. As you can see, our little car's heading down, and we're going to start on down the boulevard and head to the first two restaurants that come up on the strip, Mykonos and Santorini. My personal favorite is Mykonos. It's a small blue and white building that packs in a large amount of culture. You can find all of your favorite traditional dishes here, like the flaming cheese saganaki, gyros, souvlaki, cheese pies called chorobitas, an eggplant with a bechamel sauce called moussaka, and other great dishes like my personal favorite, chicken Mykonos, a roasted chicken dish with Mediterranean spices and a side of their mouth-watering roasted lemon, potatoes, and vegetables. Right across the street, easily noticed by its big orange awnings, is Santorini. Here you will find a more seafood-driven menu with items like crab cakes, fish, and even octopus. What makes Santorini so unique is its location right on the water, where you can relax and watch boats go by right outside your window. Continuing down Dodecanese Boulevard, you'll find a bunch more bustling shops and restaurants that'll be sure to satisfy your hunger for Greek culture. So whether it's the culture, the unique foods, or the variety of arts and crafts, Tarpon Springs is a great place to come for the day. So come check it out. I'm Nick from TeamView. This is Best of Tarpon Springs.
I personally love Tarpon Springs. It's awesome. Well, I'm Greek. Obviously, I love it. The food is so good.
Delicious.
And it's beautiful there. Diana, have you been?
I have, but that first restaurant really made me hungry.
Love it. Thanks, Nick. It's a great, great segment.